Like, you
How many?
you and your little gold jacket. I know you think that's important, but really, in the grand scheme of things, not really.
Well, I'm saying, but in the whole scheme of things, how many women got cracked in cocaine by Michael Irvin?
I don't know. I don't think it was. But I don't think it was involuntary though. They had a special
Well,
place.
yeah,
Where those things happen.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah.
except for the time when they said Eric Williams was tying bras up in the White House. That was weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whatever. Another story for another day, I guess. And your favorite guy, Michael Sam, he was voted off of Dancing with the Stars, so he is now.
Sure, he was.
He's now, I guess, unemployed again until.
Yes, he is. And he's no longer a star.
I don't know. Maybe he is. This is a different world. Like, everybody's a star. Like, it's so weird. I can't even start to imagine, like, what real stars think about these whole, like, everyone becoming famous.
They're offended. They're offended.
Well,
They're offended. Like, you got some of these internet folks like this young lady I went to school with, middle school age, what was that, sixth grade? Sixth grade, up at Carrie Reynolds Elementary off Buford Highway. Like, she's a world-renowned comedian now, Kiana Dancing. And, that's something she always talk about, dude. She always talk about that. So,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
she gets kind of offended that you had these, the folks that just make you laugh on the internet. These crazy memes like that boy A-Town, or, you ever seen that boy, the crazy one?
With the
Name A-Town?
Is that the dude with the long arms and the bad body?
Yeah. So, like that. Like, he'll mess around and somebody will book him in the club just because he be doing stupid stuff on the internet. But then you get him in the club, book him as a comedian, and he ain't really a comedian.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the real comedian and comedians get offended by that kind of stuff.
Hey,
So.
life ain't fair. Get it how you live. Oh, yeah, the other thing, Shady McCoy. I definitely want to talk about this, so I'm glad we got time. We still got time. Shady McCoy apparently thinks that he was traded because Chip Kelly doesn't like star players. His quote was actually, "I don't think he likes or respects the stars. I'm being honest. I think he likes the fact that it's Chip Kelly and the Eagles." End quote. That's per the Philadelphia Inquirer. And I've heard for the last 2 days people talk about this, and like, God, it's like I don't understand why people are just scared to think a little bit deeper than the actual comment. Like, his comment makes sense to me. Like, people say, "Oh, well, what do you think DeMarco Murray is? He's a star." Yeah, fine. Or what do you think this person is? Okay, yeah. But here's the difference between DeMarco Murray and Shady McCoy and guys like Deshaun Jackson. These two dudes were drafted by the Eagles, so they're known and they're synonymous with that team. DeMarco Murray, he's a guy who was signed a free agent. He hasn't even had time yet to make roots in Philadelphia.
Right.
Shady McCoy is a kid who's from Pittsburgh, played at the University of Pittsburgh, and then played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Whole life been there. It's a little bit different. The other thing is this, and the part I'm talking about is thinking a little bit deeper, and again, leaving that ESPN hamster wheel. Chip Kelly's still by nature a college coach, and what do we know about college coaches? With basketball, football, the program's about them. Like, players come and go. The program is about them. Nick Saban is Alabama. Mark Richt is Georgia. Steve Spurrier is the University of South Carolina. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. And so what he's basically doing, and what Shady McCoy is describing, is a college coach bringing his college mentality to an NFL squad. Whether it works or not, only time will tell. But the way he decided to phrase it may have been, kind of erroneous, that he just doesn't respect star players, because obviously DeMarco Murray is a star, right? Obviously they got some guys, Trent Cole on D. Well, Trent Cole's not there anymore, but they've had guys on the team that are stars, and you need star players to win football games.
You see how you start saying this? Yeah, they're all. Well,
I mean, they just signed.
DeMarco Murray.
They signed the kid from. They signed the other corner from Seattle. My point is this: you've got to have star players to win in the National Football League. You can't just get a bunch of anybody's. But people took what Shady McCoy said so literally, as though he was being stupid. And no, it wasn't a stupid comment. It makes sense to me that Chip Kelly, he's used to being the face of the organization.
Right.
He's the face. Like even right now, like I don't know what Oregon's coach name is right now. I knew what it was when Chip Kelly was there. He's used to being the face of the organization. Huh?
It's Chip's assistant.
Well, yeah, he was one of the assistants. But I mean, they still. I'm not taking anything away from him as a coach because they still won a bunch of games with him as the helm for the last 2 years. I just don't know who he is. You know, I knew who Chip Kelly was, because he was the architect of that style of offense. Now, just one of his assistants has picked up the mantle and moved forward with the team. But yeah, he's used to being the face of the, let's call it the program, not the organization, but the program as a college coach. So now, while he's in the NFL, and they've told him, Jeffrey Lurie has said, "Look, you got control, my man. Do what you will." Jeffrey Lurie's he's on record as saying he didn't want to see Shady go, but he's already given Chip the control and the power. So yeah, of course, if I got all the power and I'm the boss, guess what? Yeah, I'm gonna make it about me until I can't anymore, because he's in a win-win situation. Like the moment this doesn't work in Philadelphia, all right, cool. He's gonna pull a Nick Saban and be coaching, I don't know, the University of Tennessee next year, or I don't know, Miami or somebody, some big time school will call him, and he'll have another coaching job. And he'll be able to build.
And they'll pay him even more.
Right.
No big deal. They'll pay him even more.
No big deal at all. And the fact of the matter is, he's seen NFL success. He saw it early. He won in first year, won the division, won 10 games both years, 2 back-to-back years. First time NFL head coach, won double-digit games. So if you're him and you already got an ego, what has happened that's humbled you? What's happened to you in the NFL that's made you say, "Oh man, you know what? I may not be cut out for this"? Nothing is the answer to that question.
Well, not yet. Nothing yet.
Nothing's happened. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving the way I'm moving. The whole Sam Bradford thing, I got to see it to believe it. But whatever. Again, time will definitely tell the tale of this story. It'll definitely tell everybody what's going on. By this time next year, we'll either be sitting around like, "Damn, Chip had it all along," or "That dude's a damn idiot." One of the two things is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the two things is going to happen, and yeah, we won't know until that point. Here's news from Captain Obvious. LeGarrette Blount is suspended. Any guesses as to why? By the way, his last name is Blount, so go ahead with your guesses. Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah.
LeGarrette Blount. He's suspended for the old marijuana, the Mary Jane. Him and Le'Veon Bell got pulled over high as a kite. And I didn't know this till today that Le'Veon Bell, because he's a genius, he told the cop, "I didn't know you can get a DUI for being high."
All right.
Well, there you go. It's called under the influence. It doesn't specify what, under the influence of what. Dude, you can get a DUI for being on cold medicine, my man. So, all right.
But honestly, that's the first time I ever heard of that charge. Anyway, DUI. I mean, I would have asked the cop, have you not seen Dr. Sanjay Gupta's documentary?
You're ridiculous. No, he'd be like, "Nope, but I see these handcuffs. Get in them."
I'm out here doing some world-class driving, man. Weed makes you drive better. I'd be throwing all that out there. Hey.
And next thing you know, people be in the streets talking about Black Lives Matter again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I'll say to that, dude. I'll say to that, man. That Walter Scott guy, man. That's terrible.
I'm so over it, man. I'm so over that whole. And you know what? I challenge the people who listen to this show, man. Look at this show called Vice. I talked about it maybe a couple shows ago. The show called Vice, and they did an episode about the militarization of police in America. And one of the guys who actually started that whole thing, like dressing the police up in this riot gear and all this kind of stuff, he was on the episode and was like, "Look, man, I got it wrong. I totally had it wrong." Because what you got to understand is if you call everything a war and you put people in soldiers' uniforms, they're going to act like that. And I was like, you know what?
Yep.
He's damn right.
Yep.
Yeah. If everything has to be a damn war on blank, and then you put these dudes in these futuristic looking costumes with the mask and the big bulky pads around them and all this body armor, yeah, he's right.
Right, the cliff shield, all of that.
Your mentality immediately changes to I'm about to go F something up or someone. And the other thing that was said on the show was one of the guys was talking about that law enforcement they don't do enough learning about conflict resolution. They spend so much time like on the shooting range and things like that. He was like, think about it. When you're in a crunch, the thing that you practice the most is the thing that you're gonna instinctively go to first.
Yeah.
So this kid's running away and gets shot in the damn back. Miss me, man. Miss me with all that foolishness, man. And it's like one of those things. Like, what if there was no tape of that? You'd have been hearing the same old narrative. Well, he reached for something. I guarantee it. I bet they was already ready for that until there's actually a tape of him running away.
Yeah, right.
My man.
Oh yeah, and then I read that Fadal Brown, who plays for Ole Miss, that was actually his stepdad. So
yeah, I'm all right, man. It's just I can't deal, man. I just can't deal with that whole my mentally. I can't conceive that that's happening in 2015, man.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like someone like your first instinct is not to give chase, but to shoot this man down like a dog.
He didn't feel like running.
Quit your job. And I tell that to any police. Like if you go to work every day and you feel like it's a situation where your job is too dangerous and you that nervous, where the first thing you're gonna do is kill somebody, quit, Holmes. Stop immediately. Because from my understanding, it's to protect and serve. That's the gig. And yeah, you got a dangerous job. So what? People sign up for dangerous jobs all the time. Dudes clean the windows on skyscrapers. Those are dangerous jobs. But if you're not cut out mentally to do it, stop. Find you something else to do, man. Like it ain't a must that you got to be no police officer. Stop. Because if you got to be a punk, like especially like if you a dude that can't take no ass whooping, I'm good.
You definitely need to get out the game.
I'm good. Because that's what
you definitely need to take.
Like there was one story about that a tussle ensued. The police pulled out a gun. Wait a minute, you can't even do that in the street. Like if me and you get to fighting Rod and I pull out a gun and shoot you, I'm going to jail for murder. Period. Because that's not equal force. That's what the law says. Like that's what self-defense is. If you slap me, I have to slap you back. You can't slap me and I just cut your jugular vein with a blade. I can't do that. It's against the law. I'm going to jail for murder. But if you got a badge, rules change. Rules are different, I guess. You know. My people, man. We gotta do better. We gotta do better, man. Like I'm talking about people in general. I'm not talking about black people. I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about human beings and the way we treat each other. It just can't be that simple and that easy to just take somebody off the face of this earth as though it's an ant or a cockroach or something. You know what I mean? It's a human being. It's a human life.
Yeah, especially when you see that somebody, you're not even in danger. Like, this is your person. You just stand still and you just pull your gun out and just go on and shoot. Like, there's a difference if you're in danger. Yeah. If you're a cop and dude really charging up on you or something like that. Like, are you wrestling around or any of that? But the whole just shooting somebody in cold blood in the back, that's totally unnecessary.
Yeah, man.
And just the abuse of power.
And ladies and gentlemen, we told you guys, man, from day one of this show that we're not gonna skirt any issue. This don't have to just be about sports. Yeah, the backdrop is the sports kings and all that kind of stuff. We'll get to as much sports stuff as we can, but the real world still happens. You know what I mean? And we'd be remiss if we didn't address these type of things. We'll be right back with hour number 2. Remember, this is the Sports Kings podcast. I'm Big Mike. He's Rob Calloway. We're being heard via Spreaker.com. You guys make sure you hit us up, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sports Kings Live, as well as our email, sportskingslive@gmail.com. We'll be right back.